Operation Day was getting closer, and you were growing more anxious by the day. Guilt stabbed at your heart every single second you were with the League. You bought some lunch at the local convenience store and brought it back to the hideout. You were greeted by Toga and Compress. Toga ran to you and threw herself on you. She always likes to tell you how much she loved you and how much she appreciated you bringing food all the time. You smiled softly at her, hiding all the pain and guilt away so nobody noticed. As your friends shared the food amongst themselves, you couldn't help but feel sorry for them. You were taught not to have empathy for villains, but these people in front of you, you simply can't see them as villains. They're all good people. They just struggle with the current structure of society. Soon the heroes will come, and all these people will get arrested. You gazed at Toga. She's still so young. What are you just standing here for? A voice suddenly interrupted your thoughts. Dabi, you're back! You gasped as a smile made its way to your lips. However, when you turned around and met eyes with him, your smile faded. He was looking down at you with such a cold stare, his teal blue eyes gazing into your soul. For a second, you felt all the air escape your lungs. It was as if he was choking you, but he wasn't even touching you. Dabi? What? Suddenly, it's gone. The tension in the air, the coldness in his eyes, all gone. Air coursed through your lungs once more as he wrapped his arms around your waist. Something wrong, little mouse? Nothing. When did you get back? You asked. Just now. What did you get? He eyed the food. Dabi, Haku, come on! The pizza's gonna get cold! Toga exclaimed. You undid Dabi's arm around your waist and led him to the table to eat. Everything was going according to plan. Everything. Hawks told you multiple times to end things with Dabi, that it would be bad if the Hero Commission found out. You knew he was right. But each time you looked at Dabi, saw how his eyes would always soften when they land on you, how a soft smile always hung on his lips when you're in his arms, you couldn't say anything. Just like that, the day came. Heroes battled villains all over the base, both outside and inside the hideout. Because heroes don't know about you, you were caught in a fight with them. You knew Hawks was going to stop Twice from joining the battle, but there was a horrible feeling in your gut. Your intuition told you that something is going terribly wrong. When you finally knocked out the villain chasing you down, you hurriedly made your way upstairs. To your horror, you saw blue flames bursting out of a room. Dabi! You screamed as you made your way inside. Your eyes widened when you saw Hawks kneeling by the window with Twice laying next to him. His left side was severely burnt and the curtains were in flames. Charred pieces of wood fell from the ceiling. At that moment, you knew it was over for Hawks. What's going on? You demanded. Why are you guys fighting? You had to keep the act up, in case of a failure. You had to keep your place in the League as last resort. You really don't know? Dabi chuckled. Suddenly, you felt air leave your lungs and you were slammed against the wall. Dabi's right hand wrapped around your throat, your feet dangling in the air. Haku! Hawks shouted. Oh, come on. That's not what you normally call them. Don't you have a cute little nickname? What was it again? Oh, right. Nugget. Dabi whispered the last part into your ear. Dabi! He knows. He knows everything. Let them go! Hawk stood up. He doesn't get it. How does Dabi know? What gave him away? How did you know? You choked out. You can feel Dabi's grip on your throat loosen. He doesn't actually want to kill you. How? I told you, didn't I, little mouse? I never trusted him since the beginning. Hawks glared at Dabi, pondering his next move. His wings are burnt, and he needed to prioritize his mission. But your secret identity is out too. He needs to save you. Suddenly, Twice got up from the ground. Oh no, you thought. Just as Hawks was about to go after Twice, Dabi blasted another wave of fire at him. No! You cried. Dabi let go of you, and you fell to the ground. You gasped and coughed in pain as you clutched your throat. As Dabi continued to blast his flames at Hawks, Twice quickly ran past Dabi towards the door. Suddenly, you see Hawks appear at the doorway, blocking Twice, and Dabi was quick to react too. Before Dabi could turn and fire at Hawks, you got up from the ground and tackled Dabi. You wrapped your arms around him to restrict his movement. However, in just that split second, as everything seemed to be occurring in slow motion, Dabi uttered, "Takami Keigo." That split second of surprise was enough to get Hawks to falter, and he let Twice escape. During that split second, your body froze, and Dabi was able to push you off him and fire at Hawks. "Stop!" you cried once more as you gathered yourself together. You threw yourself on Dabi. His body was scorching hot. Just touching him was painful for your skin. Hawks emerged from the flames and buried his strongest feather blade into Twice's back. However, at the same time, Dabi's flames caught him once more. You used all your strength to pull Dabi back and toss him to the side. You cried out Hawks' name as you ran over to him. Dabi's blue flames burned on his feathers, and you threw yourself over him to put out the fire, not caring that the flames scorched your entire chest. "Nugget!" Hawks cried. "You killed him!" Dabi shouted as he walked over to the two of you. "Dabi, no!" you shouted as you pinned Hawks under you. "Get out of my way, little mouse, or I won't hesitate to burn you too," Dabi threatened. "Stop! Please!" you pleaded as you shielded Hawks under you. "Nugget, get out of the way!" "Fine. Is this how you want to play? Fine by me, little mouse. Or should I say, Agent 89? Dabi raised his foot, fire encasing it. You closed your eyes as you braced yourself for impact, but nothing ever came. You opened your eyes to look at Dabi, who glared down at you with pain-filled eyes. Why? Even though he knew you're a spy, even though he told himself to get rid of anyone standing in his way, why can't he bring himself to hurt you? Why? Dabi choked out. Your eyes widened when you saw the blood seep down his under eyes. Why won't you get out of the way? Does that man under you mean that much to you? To the point you're willing to throw away your life protecting him? Did you even love me? Sharp pains of guilt stabbed your heart when you saw the look in his eyes. Your lips quivered. Of course I do. Even now, I love you so much to the point I wish I never met you. Because then, I wouldn't have to choose between you and this mission. Tears glided down your cheeks. There wasn't any lie in the words you just said. It felt like your body was being torn to pieces, one side being Dabi, and the other side being the sense of justice drilled into you. Then what about him? What were you thinking when you kissed him? Dabi hissed. Shock crossed yours and Hawks' face. How does he know? There was no words to justify yourself. You love Dabi, but these feelings for Hawks? How are you supposed to justify having feelings for both of them? Nugget, run! Get out of here! Hawks pleaded. Run? And leave Hawks here for Dabi to cremate alive? How can you do that? Right now, the only reason why Dabi isn't blasting his flames is because of you. You knew deep down that he still cares about you. He can't bring himself to hurt you. There was still a human inside of him. Nugget. What a cute nickname. So this is the man you keep dreaming about at night when you sleep next to me? Tell me, little mouse, is it me that you love? Or is it him? The anger inside him turned into flames. You bent down over Hawks as Dabi stomped down at you. His foot buried into your side as flames scorched your back. At the sound of your scream, Dabi snapped out of it and canceled his flames. He burned you. Pain filled his chest as he saw the tears and sweat roll down your cheeks. Nugget! Hawks cried. Nugget, get off of me! Keigo was... You interrupted him. Keigo was all I had back then, when I was with the commission. I had no family, no friends, no identity. He was the one who gave me a name. He was my star, my everything. But after I was sent out as a spy, I lost everything. I lost my name, my identity, my morals. I had to live in my worst nightmare, and it was you who saved me. You were the one who gave me a new name, a place to stay. With you, I'm not alone. You became my everything, my will to live. When I'm with you, I can forget about 89, forget about Haku, and I can just be your little mouse. You crawled up from the ground, slowly, wincing from the pain. I really love you, Dabi. I really do love you. It's true, I still have feelings for Keigo. It will probably never fade. But my feelings for you won't fade either. I beg of you, please stop. Please, just surrender. Don't go down this path anymore. Dabi stared at you in silence, his hands trembling as they slowly reached up. He gently cupped your burnt, bruised cheeks in his palms. It's too late. As always, his eyes are so soft, so gentle. He brushed the burn wounds with his fingers, pain and guilt written all over his face. It's too late. No, it isn't. It isn't, you pleaded. Dabi, come with me. I promise I won't leave you. So come with me, please. You grabbed onto his shirt, tears streaming down your face like a waterfall. Dabi wiped away the tears with his thumb, caressing your face as he slowly leaned down to capture your lips. You pulled him in, deepening the kiss, not caring there was a literal war going on around you. After a while, Dabi pulled away. This path isn't suited for you. I'll come back for you when the right time comes, he whispered. What? You asked, confused. Dabi suddenly gave you a hard push, and you landed on Hawks. Hawk supported your fall and glared up at Dabi. Dabi? Take care of them. That's the only reason why I'm letting you live, Dabi said before turning away. Dabi, wait! You reached out for him, but Hawks grabbed you by the waist, holding you to him as you called out the name of the man walking away. The man who held you tight in the middle of those cold winter nights. The man who planted soft kisses on your eyes when you would wake up from nightmares. Dabi! Dabi! Dabi, don't go!